Holy shit!
Take the lid off for that.
Look at that piece of gold. That's gotta be... it's gotta be...
This story is an epic tale of redemption. You see, the plan was simple. Get in and explore one of Tasmania's most inaccessible rivers. A place where no one has been since the old timers left over 100 years ago. But, as time would tell, it's never that easy. So off we went, a couple of young lads with hopes of striking it rich. And after 4 hours of trekking through the wilderness, we made base camp and went exploring down the river. With only the afternoon to work, we spent every second we could in the water and found the odd gold flake here and there, but nothing payable. The next day we explored more of the stream. Through gorges and deep pools we battled on, with almost the exact same result. Gold, but not worth our time. And on day 3 we'd nearly given up. But we had allocated 3 days for the trip, so we decided to give it one more crack and went exploring on a new stretch of river. After lunch we had an hour or so before we had to start making our way out, and we came across our first chunky pieces of the trip. And I was thinking, was this just a fluke, or were we actually onto something? Then I got a call out.
Something heavy's just gone down. Levi's come to get me. He says I've got to come and have a look at this.
I haven't jumped the spot or nothing like that. All I did was I went, you know where you've been working?
Yeah.
I came back part way where it was shallower. You know how I was saying it was deep?
Yeah.
Deep at the back. So I started at the front, slowly started working back, and I got a couple of little pieces, and then just a massive stonker.
Oh my goodness. Is this going to be your largest nugget you've ever sniped?
Definitely.
Definitely. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Look at that piece of gold. That's gotta be...
A 14-gram gold nugget, valued at over $1,700. We had to depart not long after this, and have been waiting to get back in and see what else this river holds. This time, we've got another 3 days of good weather to specifically target this new area of the river, where we come across the most gold nuggets I've ever seen in my life.
We've made it to the nugget spot. Right there it was. And probably still good ground to work here at some stage. Definitely behind the nugget, I think, is a goer too, because the nugget kind of came down and was pushed up against that wall, and there should be more gold that's come out behind the wall. We do need to find a place to camp though, don't we?
We do.
It's pretty steep around here. Don't know if we'll get...
Got a little spot there, but I mean...
We'll have a look for...
I think, looking at the map before, it turns to gorge up here, isn't it?
I think we'll find somewhere if we just give it 500 metres.
We soon came across a suitable campsite, and as we were both super keen to see what else lay hidden in the river, we didn't even bother setting up camp. It was decided that Levi would test here near the camp, and I would try back down at the spot where Levi found the nugget, as originally on the last trip I was working that spot before moving away due to working too close to Levi and making the water cloudy. This was going to be my chance to finally break my gold nugget record, which had stood for years at 1.7 grams. Finally, after 10 minutes of physical exertion, I was rewarded. 2 specks. Half hour soon went by. Surely there had to be something else in here. It's just around the bend, behind the next rock. And then, I gave up.
Okay, I gave it half hour there, but I can't tell what's been worked and what hasn't, so I'm not playing around with this worked ground anymore. There's good ground, chunky gold. Levi's finding it up here. I'm just gonna make a move up and try to get onto something because time is short.
I soon found a shallow patch of gravels sitting on some coarse, jagged bedrock, and it didn't take long to find my biggest piece of the day. But so far, it was few and far between, just the occasional small piece. But how things were going to change. Just minutes later, I planted myself on a quartz stringer with hard-packed rocks and immediately started finding good-sized gold.
That's got to be a grand.
And the more I dug, the more gold showed up. So many of you have been asking where I get my snuffer bottles from, and the truth is, they were given to me by a mate here in Tasmania, also by the name of Rob. They're super compact and also tough as hell, and can hold multiple ounces of gold before they need emptying. They're the ultimate for the job, and I believe they should be made available publicly, so I've convinced Rob to make a batch for sale. And I'll leave a link below in the description where you can support both of us and own your own Dr. Rob Pro snuffer bottle. But things were heating up and the gold was getting bigger and brighter. And before I knew it, I was at the foot of my new favourite honey hole.
Just got a little honey hole.
Place is littered with gold.
It's insane.
It's like a sluice box, this river.
Yeah.
All that ground that I've walked from between you and me down there to up here is just like
Plenty of spots to work, isn't there?
Spots to work.
I finally, like, just here, I started getting onto some chunky bits. It was like little ball bearings just everywhere. And then I found a couple of nice little, probably half-gram nuggets.
Wow.
And now I'm working my way up. It's like, it's almost like the honey hole at the...
Wow.
Like everything in it is pickers. Such a good day, man.
Oh.
It's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah,
And
I know. Like it's surreal because we worked so hard for those 3 days on tiny fly shit, and then
this is what we worked for, though.
And then that gave us a taste. Come back. Well, where do I go?
Making my way forward in the pool, things were beginning to heat up quickly.
What an epic piece of gold. Look at that. I thought I was just working this crevice and I was like, there's bloody nothing in here, and then bang! That popped up. Nugget heaven.
Nugget heaven was right, and this was only just the beginning.
This crevice is insane. Another nugget, like the same size.
Well, let me have a look. Come have a look.
Yeah, come and check it out. Come and have a look. I've only worked like a foot of it and it runs all the way across. I'm blown out.
On the nuggets, eh?
It's like really nice gold, man. Oh wow. That's a nugget.
That's a nugget.
That's like the second one that size.
Wow.
Oh, what's happening?
And it didn't take long for me to find a squatter in my new spot, but there was plenty of good gold to go around, so on to work we went.
Oh yeah. It's so rich, this spot.
Insane. I take that every day of the week.
Very nice. Another nugget. This is crazy. This cannot be real.
The gold continued to show as I worked this crevice close to the bank, and although the water was murky, there was nowhere to hide for the next big stonker. Which just so happened to be the biggest nugget I had ever found. And I think I've just broken my gold nugget record. What a day. What a freaking day. This is just insane. I can't believe it. It feels like a dream. Just like every bit is like massive. It can't be real. It's too good to be real.
This could be a 1 ounce bag. This could be
Why every piece in this spot was so chunky, I have no idea. But the lack of fine gold was definitely not something I was willing to complain about. This is one sure way you can tell you're having a good day. So by now it was almost 8 o'clock. Both Levi and I had been working non-stop since we got here and still had to set up camp, so we decided to head back.
Good day no matter what.
Oh yeah. I can hear some pretty heavy stuff in there.
Chunky sort of gold in there. Gold, baby.
Oh wow.
Doesn't that look awesome?
Yeah.
It's colour, dark colour.
You got over 20 there.
Yeah, I think so. Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's the big one.
That's the big mama. What do you reckon? It's like a 4 or 5 or something? Damn, that's a nice gold. See, there's some nuggets about.
I don't know, dude. It could go higher.
Could it?
Maybe, yeah.
Pretty decent.
Most of the nuggets I got were like that.
That was a cool piece, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. You've easily got your biggest piece.
You reckon?
That thing's as big as the one I got.
Nah.
That's a monster.
Nah, it's not that
You
big,
lying. How'd you keep that so quiet?
You
Look at
reckon
that chunk. Oh, that's like 5 or 6 grams, mate.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, that's a beast. It's another bullhorn. Another bullhead with the horns. Mate, they're beautiful nuggets.
I reckon, look how many nuggets I got.
Oh my goodness. What a day.
It's been a pretty good day. I mean, there's all
We do it again tomorrow.
Thrilled with our efforts for the day, we enjoyed an evening around the campfire and wondered in excitement what tomorrow might bring.
satellite phone. And we're off. Big day of adventure. Ready to find some nuggets, mate?
Oh, never been more ready.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I've left Levi at the spot where he did pretty well yesterday, and I'm heading up to my little nugget hole. See if I can't find another section to uncover. It seems like most of the gold around that area was pretty big and exciting, and that's what I want to try and chase again today. Back at the nugget spot, here's where I got all the gold yesterday, and I want to try and find something similar for today. Should be possible. There's a lot of bedrock here, a lot of overburden here, and then bedrock again, so there should be very good workable ground underneath all of these gravels. Just a matter of getting in, start digging. Nice couple of fine flakes to start the day.
And the flakes soon turned into chunks, which turned into nuggets.
Right there.
That's what we came here for. Another nugget. Exact same type as yesterday's. This place is loaded with nuggets. What a hole. What a hole. Kicker Central. I just got to get rid of all this overburden, all this sand, and run everything from the crevice down. Because if there's one thing I know about this spot, is that it holds good, chunky nuggets. Yep. There we go. There's one right there. And moving my way into the middle of the stream, the gold kept showing.
Look at this nice thing. What? 1.5, 2?
I did the work for you on that one. I literally dug all this.
Really?
Was it? There was just a little bit of tight tack left on the bottom.
There was just a heap of grapples here that looked a bit loose, and I was like,
I was working like literally here and there.
"Oh, really?"
No joke.
So after a good couple of hours at the nugget hole, got a few nuggets, a few small bits as well, but it started to just peter out. So Levi's already moved upstream. I'm following him, see what we can come up with. Some good looking cracks here. Actually, I might just get in here and clean that out.
They say when you're on, you're on. And as you can tell by the next clip, I was definitely on. Within 2 minutes of opening up this crevice, I came across something chunky.
Oh yeah! I got a slug. You! Come and have a look at this.
It's real different looking gold, man. Like,
The dirty stuff.
yeah.
Oh wow. That's a nugget.
Awesome piece, isn't it?
Dirty stuff again, but it's chunky, isn't it? It's big when
Yeah.
you find it. Just in there.
Oh, dude, I just saw the little line and I was saying to the camera, I might stop here and I'll just clean this off and see what's in it.
Oh wow.
And then, yeah, that's the first bit of gold I got.
Where was that crevice? I dug a crevice here. Oh, it's just up there. A little bit further up, I dug a hole and got a few little bits, but nothing like that.
This will be good, I reckon, along here.
Yeah, some of these little gullies. And another scrap back here.
There's more in here too. See that?
Yeah. Nice little ball bearing. Wow.
I managed to get a few more pieces from this spot, and a couple of chunky ones too, but it soon fizzed out on me, and it was time for a bite to eat. This is how the old timers would have felt. Like, just getting 1 ounce days.
Virgin ground.
It's so amazing here, like, people can't even create gardens as beautiful as this place, and we just get to pick gold out of the bottom of it.
Thousands of dollars with nuggets in it. Sitting here for thousands of years, waiting for us. I'm getting back into it. I gotta find a nugget. And slow for me.
Yeah, I've heard it a million times before, Levi. Then you show me a pan full of gold at the end of the day. So back in the drink we went on a mission to find more shiny. I find these hard-packed gravels to be one of the best sources for gold. Since they've been sitting there so long, they're almost conglomerate, but more often than not, if you scratch them open, they'll contain a consistent source of fine gold. But I felt like there was more waiting, something bigger, something more rich. So off I went upstream in search. The river soon turned quite gorgy, and I was doubting my chances of finding any good ground to work, but I soon came across a large pool with a nice ledge running alongside of it. And it just so happened that that nice ledge had nice chunky gold sitting on top of it. Oh, hello.
It's funny you say that because I just found one. Ah, you bastard.
But it went up the snuffer, so it wasn't that big actually.
Yeah, right. It's a nice little ridge running
Yeah, it was
inside
pretty
then.
fine down there. So I've come up here. Yeah, she's on.
She's on. I'm
Yeah.
gonna move up. Move away. You're gonna be there for a while.
I don't think so.
It'll get better because it goes right up in there on the inside then.
It was right, it did get better. There was huge chunks of gold and I was loving it. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and a comment for me, and potentially share it with someone that you know.
Well, I've just been working this crevice for the last hour or so. The gold's not too bad, it's not massive, but it's plentiful and it will add up. Levi's still upstream. I was going to stop for a hot cocoa, but I can't find the lighter to get this thing going, which sucks. So it's time for me to get back in the water.
And after a bit more of a scratch up here, the gold soon petered out, so I headed back to my old nugget hole, which had been the backbone for this whole trip and was yet to fail me. This trip had already been one for the ages. A couple of good mates out there in nature, finding heaps of gold, having the time of their lives. It's a trip I'll always hold dear to my heart.
So it's 5:30. I've been at the nugget hole for the last half hour or so. I can't believe it. I got another 3 nuggets out of it. I'm going back to camp. I'm getting dinner ready, having a fire, and come back tomorrow and clean up whatever's left. But I just can't believe I got another 3 nuggets out of that. One of them was massive. The other 2 were pretty decent. It's been a good day. I think Levi's had a good day too. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Where is it?
That's got to be an ounce.
You reckon?
Yeah. Look at the look how that triangle's built up.
Yeah.
That'll spread like all hell.
Spread like butter.
Wow, that's more than an ounce, mate.
It's a good day, isn't it?
You must have hit some really rich spots, man, to get that.
Yeah, those 2 ledges, what, paid off for the day.
nuggety.
There's a couple of nugs in here, I think. Lefty for life.
That big one should have been mine. I probably just scratched it out proper.
Oh no, that wasn't the one.
You sure?
That one.
Oh no. Oh wow, that's that first one. That was that second one. Sorry.
So that was the
That's
one that
a
was in that
beast.
little crack.
See, that's a good 5 or 6 too, you know.
Is it?
I reckon.
This was the one you left in there.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's Tassie.
Tassie nugget, yeah, it is too.
Flip it over the other way. Look at that.
Wow.
That thing's a beast. Where's your other one? Is that bigger than the other one?
Don't know.
About the same, I reckon.
I'll take it up and have a look at him.
Edge.
I'm surprised by it because I started the day there and I got more out of that little crevice, and then jumped into that spot that you opened up and got that nugget. And then left it all day, came back later and got another 3 out of it.
Yeah, I think you should give me that nugget. I totally cleaned that hole down to nothing. You just come in. Couldn't believe my luck.
Yeah.
I must have just piled the gravel up on top of it, did I? To the right.
I don't know. It was about a foot of gravels there that I moved out of the way.
Maybe I got shitty with the cloudiness of the water, possibly, because there was a bit of an eddy there.
A lot of the river was an eddy.
Oh, the whole river's an eddy right now.
Yeah.
So low.
It's like trying to work in a swimming pool.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. Day 3. Tell you what, it's hard to get up. My body is aching. I feel wrecked. But I can smell the gold.
After a quick breakfast, the wet gear went on again for the last time. As it was yet to let me down, I decided to head straight up to the nugget hole.
Here it is, the beautiful nugget hole. And I don't see my shovel. Ah, there it is, sweet. Okay, what's the plan today? I was moving these gravels here back and getting gold on that little line. So I'll continue that this morning. Shifting all of these gravels here further back. Because for every one of these little lines and these cracks, they've all held chunky nuggets. All right, time to get in.
Almost instantly, I was back on the gold. And then I found a nice crevice to work into the stream bed. Which handed over a good-sized picker.
Okay, I've just been moving the gravels back and I've just started to find another little quartz vein that runs at the back of this deep hole. So it's pretty exciting. There could be something loaded in it.
And the gold, although quite small in nature, kept coming.
It's a bit past 11 now and I'm heading back downstream. Levi's heading a little further upstream. We're getting short on ground to work. We went so hard for 2 days straight and got most of the good ground done, and now it's just kind of a matter of moving a lot of material to try and expose more bedrocks and crevices. And it's not always guaranteed that you'll get gold in those crevices, so we're kind of struggling to find places that are worth sitting down and actually working. But there was a couple of spots that I saw on the way up to my nugget hole this morning that I thought I definitely need to try them before we go, so I'm heading back down to them. Fingers crossed they'll redeem the day, but if not, it's still been one hell of a trip.
I tried a few more spots, but found nothing of real importance, and after a quick bite to eat, it was time for us to start making our way back to camp, then onwards to civilization. So here's the weigh-in for the trip. Day 1, we kicked things off with the Nugget Fest. This awesome golden moustache I found at the foot of my honey hole, and weighs a neat gram. This little piece looks like a slice of pepperoni pizza. 1.65 grams. A cool little teardrop piece from the honey hole. 2.32 grams. One of the larger nuggets, a shark fin. 3.36 grams. And the biggest piece, the anvil. 7.57 grams. And all up for day 1, 38.34 grams. Day 2's equally impressive haul. This little nugget looks like a half moon. 1.51 grams. A hawk skull perhaps? 2.39 grams. The map of Tassie, courtesy of Levi's digging. 2.77 grams. And the slug, an ugly piece, weighing in at 6.88 grams. And everything from day 1, 30.80 grams. Not really any notables from day 3, so 4.76 grams. Makes the total for the 3-day trip 73.87 grams. And here's some of Levi's notable nuggets. His big one came in at 7.57 grams. Day 1, 29.38 grams. Day 2, 34.43 grams. And day 3, 4.60 grams. For a total of 68.41 grams. That means combined we had a total of 142.91 grams. That is one for the memory bank.